Ahoy folks, Roage here in the woodshop. If you're wondering why you're watching this video, it's because you're looking at a scary world. There are lots of changes, and you've become so uncomfortable that you've begun to ask the question, why is this happening to me? Others of you are being badgered by your friends to watch the video, and in an effort to shut them up, you're complying. Hang with me. Maybe you can put yourself in a position where you can improve your situation also. Now, I'm not going to be able to provide you the answers. That's against the rules. However, I can help you think in different ways. Or more accurately, look at things in different ways so that you can see more about how the world actually works, why it is here more importantly, what you are, why these things are happening, such that you can become more comfortable with it. I'm doing this in this way so you can see me, and you can see that there isn't anything particularly special about the flesh suit I'm wearing right now. Really not much different from the flesh suit that you're wearing. That'll give you an indication that I'm not special, and what happened to me can actually happen to anybody. Now, whether you believe me or not really isn't going to make much difference. It will have the desired effect because, quite frankly, we can't blow it here. We've been protected the whole time. What you're seeing is a specific affirmation of natural law, the separation of cause and consequence. It's deliberate, it's important, and it's going to happen whether you're drag kicking and screaming through it or not. Natural law is a set of principles governing cause and consequence, all actions and reactions. And what we're doing collectively is exploring the permutations of causes and consequence in this duality construct. For us to experience it requires that we have to experience it. That means there's no way to cheat. So we are seeing all kinds of uncomfortable suffering. We're experiencing these problems in our own lives, and a lot of us are not liking it. But it is important that we go through these things. Now, many of you are saying, hey, that's easy for you to say, man, you're not in my shoes. And that's true, and you're not in my shoes either. I've had a pretty uncomfortable life, still alive. I have been disabled. I've really pushed the limits and boundaries of this universe, this simulation, this construct, because I wasn't satisfied with the answers that I was getting from people, so I thought it was incumbent on me to actually find those things out. And strangely enough, I was right. Now, a lot of you folks are afraid of dying. That's part of the cause and effects that we're actually testing and affirming. Okay? A lot of us have died. Now, when I say us, I don't mean that which we are. I mean a lot of these suits have died. But that doesn't constitute what we are. We're the consciousness behind the suit. We're what's looking out of our eyes that wears these flesh suits. Now, mostly, and most people, actually identify entirely with their suit. It's sort of like a movie, okay? You're sitting there eating your popcorn, and you become so engrossed in the movie that you forget you're eating your popcorn. Not only that, the monster appears, and oh my gosh, you become afraid. Well, all of a sudden then you realize, oh, well, geez, I'm not that guy on the screen. I'm sitting here eating popcorn, and then oh, it's just a movie. That's great. Well, the same thing. It's just that the movie quality is much better, and it's got better graphics, better sound. It's a better sensory experience, and it's a lot easier to become identified with the actor. Now, whether you believe me or not really doesn't matter. You don't die. For those of you that do actually think you die, you're in for a wonderful surprise. your consciousness will be continued. The other thing that's actually nice about what it is that we're doing is not a single thing is ever lost or forgotten. It may appear that way here, but that's just here. Once things start changing, and this is part of what is going on right now, and I'll explain it a little bit in greater detail a little bit later. I just want to get certain things and get you started. Start actually looking at things in a different way, and we'll start moving to those topics. Okay, now we've been told things about what we are that actually has helped us explore cause and consequence, and it was a good thing that we become wholly identified with the actor in the movie. Let's say, for instance, let's look at it a different way, as perhaps a first-person shooter video game where you're the guy with the gun running around shooting everybody. Of course, if you were actually running around shooting everybody, there'd be a cause and consequence. But within the game, it's okay. The only trouble with this game is there's really no way to truly wake up from it until it's run its course. Now, waking up is merely a reference to an increase in consciousness. We, who actually have been managing this game, and I'm not talking about this body, and I'm not talking about the bodies of anybody else out there who are under the impression that they actually control things here. If you want to do that, that's fine, but natural law actually applies, and you've been fooled just right along with the rest of us. Now, this process of waking up or increasing consciousness is required, just like when we decided to put ourselves, asleep in the first place. It was necessary. We couldn't do it if we were completely conscious, because something has to actually create a specific blindness such that we can allow something that would be uncomfortable to happen. If we could see and knew exactly what was going to happen, we'd avoid it. So thus, we would deprive ourselves of the experience. So, waking up from this dream, okay, and it's really not a dream, because in a dream everything is possible and things are very transitory. However, in this particular construct, those natural law principles are applied. Those boundaries are fairly rigid, and you don't have the same kind of flexibility that you have in a dream state. But being asleep, in the past, we've not even been conscious that we were asleep. And what's happening now is people are realizing that wait a minute, I'm asleep. This isn't right. They're simply recognizing that they're no longer fully conscious. So people are starting to wake up.